Welcome back. We were just having a nice chat there in the ad place. Well, we were, weren't we? We were having a nice discussion about, you know, cruises and how pleasant it must be. Mustn't it, really? And that nice lady who reads out all the rules, you know, for the organ game. She doesn't have to go on, doesn't she, eh? That one's shortening. Anyway, we're going to be playing the organ game in about 30 minutes' time, which makes it, on my Batman watch, 5:45. Is that right? Yeah, there you go, hang on. So if you fancy taking part, get in a blower now, OK? Hurry up, because line's clear. I'm not going into all that nonsense again. Time now for my first guest. Now, she really was. She blew the roof off the lot of them on Strictly Come Dancing last year, and she shook the gobs of her critics who were all too ready to snipe. She did some fabulous dance routines. Remember when she lifted her partner up? Let's not forget, she was once a dingle in a former life. And not a gal to mess around with. Will you please welcome the very lovely Lisa Riley. Let's hear you, come on. Smashing.
Really nice.
Well, we give them drugs when they come in. No, we do.
That's what it is.
And we hose them down as well, because some of them are a bit whiffy, yeah. You know. I mean, that back row up there, Lisa, look at them. She's still got breakfast round her mouth on the end. So, how are you, love?
I'm really well.
Long time no see.
I know.
Too long. I mean, really,
But
too
whenever
long.
I see you, it's just we just catch up, don't we, straight away?
This is it.
Yeah, everything's really exciting and loads going on, and I sort of still pinch myself, really, since Strictly, of course.
Yeah.
My whole life did flip upside down, literally.
I tell you what, you were brilliant on that. Do you know what I love? Because you blew them away. You know, you really went out there because you were serious about it.
Yeah.
You weren't messing. You're a pro after all, you know what I mean? So any job you do, you're going to do properly. Yeah,
I mean, as you know, you're a performer. When I'm on that stage, it's like it's like food to me. I love it, and being the opportunity to be in the best show on TV.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then, of course, I worked really hard in the practice room and enjoyed every minute of it. It was great.
Isn't it a killer, all that rehearsing? I mean, it's 8 hours a day, isn't it?
8 hours a day. I mean, me and Robin did have an absolute ball. I mean, we used to have our little moments where we'd stop for lunch, then we'd listen to show tunes, a bit of Legally Blonde in the afternoon, yeah. But it was fun. That's what happened, because we were such good mates. I think that's transposed to the television, and people could see that we were just having a really fun time.
Because it's a nightmare that comes across.
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Come here, you I'm going to break your arm in the middle of this.
I think you can definitely tell on Strictly the couples that don't probably get on as much as they, you know, comes across. But yeah, me and Robin.
But the audience was so up for you. You know, when you came out, they were so supportive. Yeah. You know, they were just geeing your arm.
I know, it was great, and I miss it really in that sense. I'm loving watching this series and sort of getting involved with it. But there's times where I think, oh, I'd love a bit of a bop now. You know?
Yeah. I know Craig, because at the beginning he was quite brittle, wasn't he? Quite snipey.
He was. He was horrible at the beginning.
He was vile.
He was.
And I'll tell you something about Craig, and I'm not knocking him. I think he's one of the fairest out of the judges, because he takes no messing from the audience.
No.
You can boo all you like, it doesn't affect him.
Yeah.
And he does give a fair, you know, he says, sorry, that wasn't good enough.
I think Craig always says what we're thinking at home.
That's right, yeah.
And the others, you know, they're very nice and the technical side of it. But, you know, if someone makes a boo-boo, he'll tell you.
Let you know.
He'll let
and
you know.
nothing gets past him, does it, either? Well, there's no flies on that one. Have we got a VT somewhere there, Lisa in action? Can we have a look, please? Right, Lisa, did that hurt?
Do you know the truth, right? Obviously, we planned that I was doing the splits. But with the shoes, right, you slip with the momentum. When in Wembley, I'm going to do what, you know, you do at Wembley, and I jumped. I did an actual jump split. So then the 3 dances carried on, and all of a sudden I turned to Robin and I went, oh, it's a little bit sore now.
I winced looking at that. I can hear that.
Craig actually said, he said, Lisa, you actually shook Wembley. And I did.
Because you're working with him this year, aren't you?
Yeah, in the pantomime, which is great.
Is he the Wicked Queen?
He's the Wicked Queen, and I'm his maid.
Oh, right.
Yes.
So you get bullied and bossed and abused.
Yeah.
I hope you're going to give him it back.
Of course I will, you know me.
Oh, well, exactly. You know, an old dingle girl. She's not going to give a gobshot, is she?
Yeah, no, the script's really funny, and I can't wait. We start rehearsals on Monday. Come in.
God.
Yeah, so I'm literally learning the lines now. I was on the train going, right, I do know it, I do know it.
You will. You'll know it on the night.
I will.
Yeah, and if you do forget... You
make it up.
Exactly. That's the joy of panto.
Exactly. Talk about what's going on in the jungle.
This is it. I know. Don't, Emma. You've been watching it. I'm addicted.
I am hooked, The Jungle. It's fantastic. It's the best series they've ever had. I love it.
But you know what I find? Everybody's so nice on it.
Yeah.
And that little lad, I call him Johnny Sheffield. What's his name? Joey Essex. What a sweet kid. He hasn't got a bad bone in his body. That he can, all right, he can't blow his nose to tell the time. I don't care. He's got other qualities.
Yeah,
he's such a nice lad. I hope he wins.
Yeah,
I really do.
Well. He'll do well.
When I was in Aussie, I did a lot of reading.
Yeah.
And, you know, when you're a bit emotional, I got quite upset reading about you and your mum.
Aww.
Seriously, because you had that bond, the pair of you.
She was my world.
Yeah.
And, you know, she did pass just before Strictly, and I believe that she's with me now.
Yeah.
And to be able to put that in my book and sort of... I found it really cathartic, Paul, because a lot of people have been through what I've been through, and in the book I can sort of talk about it and literally do day to day, you know, what happened with Mum. But she was a fighter, you know. She was a phenomenal woman, and I want her legacy to live on in me.
She was a big influence on you, wasn't she, in your career? You know, from day one, out you go, and you're gonna do this.
Always.
You're gonna succeed.
Yeah, she was never like a pushy mum. Do you know what I mean? Like,
no, never. No, she's not. No, she was gentle. Yeah.
Yeah,
but
and
she encouraged you. That's what I like. You know?
She was always there by my side, and you know, if I made mistakes, she would never go, you know, and tell me off. She would just go, learn from it and move on. And you do, because as you know, our sort of life is, you know, played out with the newspapers and the magazines and all that. And she was like, let them say what they want about you, Lise. Let them say what they want. But we know when I'm around that kitchen table with my mum, it was our time and it's special.
Yeah, sensible lady she was.
She's mega.
Do you know, it's shocking when you... I don't want to get more than it. When you lose your mum, it's the worst thing. Losing your dad's shocking, but when my mum went, you know, mine was like... she was like Catherine de Medici. I was bereft.
Yeah.
I was completely lost.
Yeah.
You know, it's and you've written about her so beautifully. I found it hard when I was writing about my mother in it. I really did. And I made it funny all the time, because I thought, if I don't, I'll be sat here going, no, poor old mum. You know what I mean? But you've written it beautifully.
Oh, thank you.
Really
I'm glad, because, you know, even how poorly she was at the end, we laughed till the very last minute.
I know.
I take the mickey out of her, and that's all in the book, and I like that, because that's what our friendship, you know, our relationship was like.
Nah, she sounded a great lady. I'd like to have met her. How did you go from Oldham to Emmerdale?
I was in a show, Oh, What a Lovely War, the musical.
Did you do I'll make a man of every one of you? How did I know that?
Of course I did, with the big corset, of course. And, I didn't know the casting director for Emmerdale was in the audience. It's that proof that, you know, you'd always need to watch out who's in the audience. And it was Sue Jackson, and she saw me. And then Mandy was only ever supposed to be one episode.
She was wonderful.
And then I got a call, we do 2 more. And then it was like, oh, we'd come back for a year. And then I was there for 7 years. And
is that how long you were in Emmerdale?
Yeah, it was amazing.
I'm a big Emmerdale fan.
Yeah.
And they've softened the Dingles now.
I know. They need to make them more funny, because that's what we were like, you know, I was like the tart with the heart.
Yeah.
You know, and they were lovable rogues, and they need to get more of that.
Well, they were unorthodox. You know, you had the village running that way, and the Dingles ran that way.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And it was like caused bedlam, and they were so tough.
Yeah.
And Mandy was hilarious. I mean, she was a gangster. She was coming that alehouse. You know, you think, well, I'm not crossing here.
I know. One of my leaving presents, they actually edited every thump that I'd done, and all together to the Going Gets Tough, and it was like, I've really thumped that many people, you know.
I choked on a sausage once because I was eating me tea and you headbutted somebody. I nearly died.
I love it.
Lisa, it's lovely to see you.
Oh,
good luck
you.
with Panto and good luck with this book. It's a lovely little read, I'm telling you. Have a read of it. Ladies and gentlemen, Lisa Riley, come on. You're welcome, Kate.